Sat Nam GDF fam, Mahanraj Kaur, I love you. I want to talk to you about Black Moon Lilith, about this energy that lives inside of us that is a couple things. Fearful and really wants revenge. Yikes. So this energy plays a part in our life, and then of course it plays a part in the collective. And so first I want to talk about Black Moon Lilith. What is it? Well, it's the dark side of the moon. It's the part of the moon we'll never see. So moons are different than planets, so like Jupiter has moons, Saturn has moons. Moons only show one side, right? They rotate around their planets, like the planet's their mom, and they never turn sides, where a planet is rotating, okay? So that's part of it. And then the other part is actually a mathematical equation that when the moon energy is the furthest away from the earth, and it moves through the signs of the zodiac. A Lilith transit takes about 9 to 11 months. Because of the optical, it could be a little longer or shorter. So Lilith, who is she? So Lilith is the first wife of Adam. She is a Renaissance woman. She's a woman of her own mind. And part of the problem with Lilith is she wouldn't do everything Adam wanted. The biggest thing, she has a lot to do with our sexuality and our sensuality. She wouldn't lay under him. She's like, no, I'm not, I ain't doing that. And some other things. It was about her not having her power taken from the male. And Adam is very insistent. No, you're going to do what I say. And she says, no, I'm not. And so she leaves him. And she leaves the Garden of Eden. But she later has sex with him, interesting enough, because she gets kind of jealous of Eve. Eve is the second wife. Now, it's very, very brief in Genesis, Lilith. I mean, it is like 3 lines. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss that she even existed. But she does get mad, and she has some children. And because she won't obey, and this is where, especially for women, she really is that archetype of our heroine that went rogue, that is really just trying to have our sovereignty. But anyways, so she is cursed that the first 1,000 children she has will die. Then she is really demonized. And I think a lot of the demonization of Lilith is from men, because they, especially, you can imagine 2,000 years ago, actually longer, we're going back to Genesis, thousands and thousands, 100,000 years ago, the goddess is not to have free reign. So she is demonized a lot. If you were to say that anything about Lilith to a Christian, it'd be like, oh my God, she's a demon. They compare her to a jackal. She does watch over cats. So you know how cats are I'm a cat girl. Maybe that's because I'm a Lilith woman. They don't feel compelled to love you necessarily. It's like, well, did you earn it? Do I like you? So she has, and also, this is the other thing, they've kind of labeled her with that she has free reign over babies for the first 8 days for males and 12 days for girls. And this is what sudden crib death is all about. They blame it on Lilith. Now, so that's the lore. Now, this goddess reigns over this point in the sky, this Black Moon Lilith energy. So right now it's in Leo. So I'm going to be doing a workshop on Saturday, July 1st from 11:15 to 1:15, where we're going to dive deep into where is Lilith right now. So Lilith is in Leo. So one of the things when you look at the sign she's in, you also want to look, what is the ruling planet of that sign? So the ruling planet is the sun. So she's very dynamic right now. She's very heated. And so she is speaking out. She is using her fear and revenge about sexuality. So you see the Me Too going from being of equality and making sure women are well taken care of to now becoming hateful and revengeful, and at any cost the male goes down. Okay, so that's the dark side. We're into the dark side. And Lilith, when Lilith is in Leo, she's very jealous and she's very possessive. It's like, I'm the only one that matters. And of course, we can't really have healing or justice when we're that self-centered. The other thing is like even like pride and transgender. It's like it's not enough to have us understand and have more compassion for all of our different ways that we express as humans and sexually. But no, it's going further. Like I'm going to shove this down your throat, and you need to get it. So, and it's vengeful, right? So what I can say about this too, my Lilith personally is an Aquarius, so my medicine is Leo, is that I was abused by my stepdad, and one of my things is vengeful. I want him to suffer. It isn't enough that, and he admitted it, and he asked for forgiveness, which most men don't. And in the moment, I did take that in, but then I can see in my life, the vengefulness of me. And my Lilith is in relationships. So my first marriage, oh my goodness, I was a piece of work, I'll just say. And that part of me has come up with my beloved Tony. But that is my work. And I want to help you see where your work is. Right now in workshop, we're going to look at where Leo is in all of our charts. So what is the collective Lilith teaching us now? We will explore that, and I will tell each person personally, I will give you medicine about, okay, this is where it is, all right? And we will do an amazing guided meditation, and we will do some energetic healing, because here's what we need to know. As horrifying as Lilith sounds sometimes, like, killing babies, that's like, whoa, a little much. We have to understand that she is doing that because she feels so unseen. She feels so hurt, and her hurt is making her so afraid. She's afraid she's going to get hurt again. She's afraid of every man. She's afraid of even women friends. That's a part of our sexuality. It's not just the men, or if we're gay, not just our lovers. It is our friends, our sisters and brothers that are platonic, that we eventually get jealous of, that we eventually compare ourselves to, that we eventually Lilith out on them. Okay? So it's fixable. That's what we want to know. And one of the things I've learned about Lilith is when I can really identify when I'm in that energy, I can flip it so much. Because when she's acting up, it's almost like what she's doing, I know, do the opposite. So say I get really jealous of you. I start comparing myself, and I think it's real. Oh yeah, she is messing with me. Blah, blah. When I hear the Lilith part of me, there are other rational fears, but when I get Lilith out, now I recognize it. And what I know is do the opposite of the shit you're thinking right now, because you're crazy. But I have to be there for the inner child, right? I know where my Lilith was activated, and I'll help you understand where yours was. And then it's actually medicine. Actually, the more you get good at identifying that energy, you're going to feel safer. And you're going to have more success in love, and you're going to have more success in your friendships, which in turn is going to keep your body healthy and your prosperity flowing. I love you so much. So I hope this is an interest of you. My passion now is combining goddess lore with astrology, with sound healing and Kundalini as medicine. I hope you'll join me on Saturday, July 1st at 11:15, right after my class. See you soon.